There are a couple ways that we can actually view our data a bit easier and sort and filter so we can see what's going on. So I want to just scroll down to the bottom of my document, and when I've done that with my sheet, I've actually lost that first row. So I can freeze that first row by going to View, Freeze, and pick that first row. And then that just keeps that first row exactly where I need it to be. I can also do that for columns as well, and I can freeze up to a certain row depending on where my cursor is. So if I wanted to freeze up to say row 12, I'd go View, Freeze, up to current row 12, and notice how it freezes it from wherever my cursor is. That's quite handy to do, and I can also do rows and columns as well. I can also, in the View tab here, go to my zoom, and I can zoom in and out to make it 100% or smaller. That is also living in here as well. So I've got two places I can do it. But often with my data, I'd like to be able to sort it a bit better. So let's pretend I just want to sort this data based on the project type here. So if I go Data, Sort Range, click on my data has header row, which gives me that I can choose what I'm actually looking for here rather than remembering what the columns are. I want to come down to project type and sort A to Z. If I go sort like that, fantastic. I've now got the project type starting at A going through to Z down the bottom, which is fantastic. Now, if I have done one of these views here, if I've gone into data and gone sort, what happens is the sorting of this applies to my sheet, but also everyone else's sheet. So they get to see what I'm seeing. Very handy for me, but could be disruptive for other people. So sorting is good, but just be aware of that limitation. You may want to then, instead of sorting, go filtering. So I could come into here, I could highlight, once again, highlight my data that I'm working in, click on the filter over here. As soon as I click on filter, it gives me a filter to be able to filter all my data. So let's go to project type in here, and let's go just for our screencasts and go OK. That now filters to my screencast, and I get to see that. That's fantastic. Now, using a filter like that creates an issue because everyone else has the same filter view that I'm seeing there. So whatever filter I apply there, everyone will see it, which is problematic because if I get called away for something and leave my sheet open, then everyone will have that locked on their screen. They can't get any other data, which is really annoying. So there is a workaround for that, and this is the best way to do it. So let's just turn off that filter. Once again, I'm going to come into here. I'm going to select my data that I'm going to be playing with, which is quite good. Great, I'll just come down to here. If I come to the right-hand side of the filter icon, it says Create New Filter View. If I click a filter view, a black bar will appear, and I can actually name this. So I'm going to name this Screencast. And then come into here and go, you know what, I want to do a sort on the project type by screen class and go OK. And it does it for me fantastically. I can then turn off the filter, go none, and notice how it goes back to a normal view and everything is sitting there. And you might be thinking, well, that's exactly the same as filtering, but it's not. If I can now come to here, I've saved it. So if I click on screencast there, it will filter screencast, but it filters for me only. So I'm the only one that can see this. Everyone else has a full-blown sheet in front of them. Nothing has been changed. So filter views is fantastic because what it means is it enables me to be able to do the changes that I want to be able to use so that I can access the data that I need to see, and everyone else has their own views as well. The other good thing is if anyone else who is sharing the sheet clicks on the filter views, they also have access to the filters that we've got as well. If I want to get rid of a filter view, I've got to activate one and then come into filter view options, and I can rename, I can update the range, I can duplicate, or I can delete it. So that's how I've got to do it. So I've got to have it actually active for me to be able to see it there. So that's how you use filter views, which is really good. If I want to then format my data so it looks right for me, the formatting tools are at the top here like you do have in Excel. There's nothing much different. But you might find that your dates are around the wrong way. So you might have the month first and the day second, which is American. So just to check where your settings are, if you come across to File, come down to the bottom to Spreadsheet Settings, and open that up, it should have your location here as Australia. If you don't have that location, then what it means is that you have been set to somewhere like America or United States, and then you'll get your dates around the wrong way. This should have been done at an admin level, but it might be specific to your sheet. So if those are around the wrong way, this is the place to go and have a look. So it's under File and Spreadsheet Settings.